I've got a story about chicken feet. When my wife and I were first married, my mother sent us some frozen chicken in the milk cartons, and my wife, being a city girl, didn't quite know what to do with it. And anyway, we thought it out. I explained that much to her. We thought it out, and we dumped it out of the box, and there those feet were sticking out. She hasn't eaten chicken since. Come on, Don. On another occasion, Lena got even by throwing a rock at her sister Rose. She hit her sister's mouth, and Lena was worried that she might tell Mom and Dad and she'd be in trouble. You still a star, Rose? No, okay. Did anybody else ever get hit with a rock by Lena? One night, Lena and Betty were milking the cows. They had started baking some bread in the summer kitchen, and Betty, being the big sister, sent Lena to the summer kitchen to check on the bread. On the way, she was carrying the milk. Yes, for those of you that are young here, they did have ovens in those days. They were fired by cow chips.
Tell them what cow chips are.
Yeah.
Would you like one? Could you go find one?
Right over there on the other side of the summer kitchen. Over there on the other side of the summer kitchen's one.
Why don't you bring 7 and use them as awards? Anyway, on the way to the summer kitchen to check the bread and carrying the milk, Lena was deterred by a winch that was used to hang the beets on when they butchered. Being the acrobat she is, she decided to climb up on the winch, but she pulled the wrong rope. She ended up landing upside down on her head on the cement floor. Now slightly dizzy, she continued on her task to the summer kitchen, carrying the milk, walked into a large scale, spilled the milk all over the floor, and never did check the bread.
Definition of a cow chip.
Always were real quick, Claudia. Come on, Claudia. Hey, how do you think frisbees were invented? They were invented by very astute farmers in the 40s. Okay, let's see, where am I? Okay. Lena had been asked out on a date by an older boy who had his own car. In those days, not too many boys have their own cars. Her sister and her parents told her that she was too young. She was 13 at the time. She was probably 25. Later, we don't know how long, 6 months, Lena decided she was old enough and did go out with this guy anyway. She listened to her parents about as well as we did. She roped him a number of times and finally, after much persistence on his part, decided to marry him. While dating John, that's before you. While dating John, Mom and Dad insisted that the two lovebirds be chaperoned, so the brothers and sisters, or sisters, always accompanied them. On one occasion, they had 13 chaperones piled into John's Mercury as they headed to a dance in Esmond. Close enough. Lena recalls her most embarrassing moment. Lena and John were living with John's parents a few months after they were married. and they all went to Orange for Rogation Days. They had agreed to spend 1 hour in church in private prayer. Well, at the time, she was pregnant, and she got sick before the hour was up. So she left church early, and everybody else got up and followed. That was Lena's first indication of the kind of power she had over God. Okay, suggestions for the younger generation. Suggestions. Life has its moments, positive and negative. Enjoy what you do and keep yourself busy. You can sure say that's true of Mom here. Whenever I'm home, you can't visit with her. She's always too busy doing something. The best time to visit with my mother when she comes out to visit us. But then it's in my element, and I'm kind of lazy, and I'm not so busy. The advantages of getting older. No more staying up half the night waiting for teenagers to come home. I know I've got a good 100 or 200 of those nights myself. Okay, no more, having more time to do what you enjoy, and no more diapers. Advantages of coming from a large family. Children, don't make so much noise. Right. You know your feelings. Remember how some of us girls used to give our spending money to our brothers because we had dates and they didn't get too much money from Dad. That is real nice of you. Now you guys, you owe each of your sisters $2,600. Okay, if Mom was to receive an award, it would be the aerobics class award. Okay, that you probably don't know what a voice sounds like.